So you probably know Sally or Sarah. You already know when the sample come, we'll do this initially in single kit. Once it's positive, next day, different round, we do the in duplicate, 2x. So you actually have 3 results. Most of the time, all 3 results totally agree, but once in a while. So the rules for the FDA submission is, if 2 out of 3 is positive, automatically go to Western blot. Now you need to order. It will automatically reflect to Western blot. Makes sense because legally we're not allowed to report to you right away unless it's negative. So that's so you know. So if your sample come in and you get a negative result right away,
you report it out.
You're good. But your sample come in, you know we have the sample. You wait for 3-4 days result. You say, oh, I think my patient may be positive. So you think about that, right? So most clinicians now already know. So so we did this. So it was last week. So this is it. So here's the patient.
So we had 2 EIAs that were positive.
3.
3?
Yeah. So we can actually look the EIA. So if you look at these, so we do this. So let me tell you which number he is, right? So it was August 3rd. And then, so if you look, every time you do a Western blot, you always do a negative control. Mm-hmm. Make sure there's no lines are negative, and the high positive, the middle one is weak positive. It's intentionally we do that because of gradation of in other words, the band. Sometimes we score them plus minus, so it's important. Mm-hmm. And then the benchmark for Western blot for this, 2011, 2012 is the weak positive Western blot. The GP 120, that's this thing here. It is the bench for 1 plus. Okay, so if you are weaker than this, for like this or something you barely see, you're gonna have to score plus minus. That doesn't qualify you true positive. So 1 plus 2. So in order to call someone positive, the GP 120, 160. So 160 is first and 120. And when I say GP means glycoprotein, let's use this as example. Whenever you see the band are sort of smudged over, they are the glycoprotein, glycosylated protein. When their electrophoresis is wrong, they drag, they're sluggish, they're sticky. And when you get regular protein, they're like Sharpie band. So when you look at virus, so we had a run, so I was showing the pathology. So when you do, see you guys. So here's the virus. So the envelope is the most important. When the virus can enter a patient's body, the first contact is going to be those little knob. Those are the glycoprotein 120, 160. It's the envelope. It's part of the envelope. An envelope also has a stalk sort of stick in there. This stalk is glycoprotein 41. So, and then everyone heard about P24. This is capsid. Capsid is the protein housing the RNA. HIV's RNA virus. So you see this little house is a capsid. It's protein 24,000 KD, which is called P24. Everyone heard about P24 because when someone's patient's passed a long time ago before we had molecular tests, you actually take the patient's blood, you measure P24 by chemistry people. When they are positive P24, you are viral load positive because this break away free and floating in the serum, in your circulation. So whenever you find P24, you know there's a virus around. So as a result, P24, GP40, GP120, 160 we call as 1. These 3 are the important benchmark for making decision on whether Western blot is confirmed positive. 2 out of 3 has to be there, 1 plus, right? Okay. So if you look at this, everybody is positive, especially your patient is number 6. Okay. So if you focus on 6, you want me, will I blind you like this? I don't know. If the bad, just tell me you don't want it.
That's good.
That's good. And then go like this. This is Mr. Clark. And if you look at him, he has antibody against anything on the viruses. I can tell you more. Start from GP 160, 120, and the next one is reverse transcriptase, that little sting band. And then we also IL-2 receptor. And then you come glycoprotein 41. And then you go, there's a polymerase, there's an endonuclease. You keep going down. When you go down to here, it's P24. You continue to go, this is P18. Every one of them, if you Google, they all have this something with activation marker. Every one of them has something to do with HIV infect. So, so this is important. Usually about 9 to 11 bands contribute, but 3 are the most important band, and 2 out of the 3 positive. How did they know that? They did a study, in the late 80s, before we bring in, they find out whoever they review, I think 200,000 people, they review all their Western blot, they find out, they can't report all this and make everyone crazy. So what they do is they pick up the 3 band. What they find out, any of the 2 of the 3 is positive, usually the other bands are wrong. And second, anyone has 2 out of 3, they took an aliquot of blood, and we did a part of that, and then they take an aliquot and they culture. Every one of them will culture positive. The one that did not have 2 out of 3 was maybe culture positive, but not on day 30, because we only keep them 4 weeks. Another thing confirmed is whoever they had 2 out of 3, we did the HIV DNA. So those people, we also have a fresh blood. We take the CD4 count. With CD4, we extract. We look for HIV DNA. All the ones had 2 out of 3. They all HIV DNA positive. The one had others, better, they did not have. So you sort of get the impression. So this were all published in 2004, 2006 by our group that they call ACT, AIDS Clinical Trial Group. So we did all the basic work, right? Try to answer the question, because for a while, being an immunologist, I never believed antibody positive means you are infected, means you're protected, right? But in the case of HIV, when you're antibody positive, you are infected. You're not protected at all by a long stretch. So it's important to see that. So that's why. So on the same token, if I show you this is on the learning thing. Okay. So all these people here are EIA positive, and then you look at here. Today, everybody's EIA positive. I hardly see anything here. I see some 30 strip. This 2 will be score negative. So under what circumstances the initial EIA is positive and we don't see any? Remember, any of this band here are HIV specific band, right? So they can be positive by EIA, but you don't see band. So what's the most common way that happens? It's
you're in the window period.
Well, window period, you shouldn't have an EIA. When you're in window period, even EIA, you should not have an window period. If someone's infected here, about 4 weeks something, there's no antibody, EIA, nothing's positive. Okay, now I'm talking about someone, EIA is antibody coming, is positive. Patient gushing on antibody. And then when you do Western blot, Western blot is specific. This is a sensitive, right? So we find out where pregnant women, not in general, a lot of pregnant, why they found out all the hormonal thing create a high background so they can have little bit positive. What's a little bit positive? When you do enzyme immunoassay, let's say 0.89, whenever your readout is higher than this, it could be 0.298, just like this. It's like the Olympic race, you're positive. But in real case, none of this ever positive. We even have someone 0.300. We have someone 1.050. So this is almost 3 times. We never. The time we find out 100%, they have to be 5-fold higher, 5-fold. So this, someone will be like 3.00, 4.0. Then they are always true positive, because we read a lot. So I want to show you. That's why I want to show you what I'm saying. So right here. Okay. I just want to show you the EIA readout. This test detect what? HIV 1, 2, class O, and also this test is from virus that propagate in human lymphocyte. When you grow something lymphocyte, when the virus bud out, it's going to take a lot of human material, right? So that's why you have the IL-2 receptor, HeSH protein, all that. Those are non-specific bands. They may be there. So, for example, every time we do this. This is all control. You have to do HIV-1. You have to do HIV-2 control. You have the HIV-O. We have to purchase this because I never seen anyone with HIV-1 and O, right? And then you have to do 3 negative control. So every time you do this enzyme immunoassay, you have to do 6 control. The 6 control has to be QA/QC okay. QA/QC okay. Otherwise, this has to be okay before you can give you the result out. So when you look at this, and to tell you quickly, so I want to show you the cutoff. So when you see this is a QA/QC sheet. The cutoff is usually negative, average negative plus 0.250. So on that day, the cutoff is 0.284. So notice when you look at this carefully, this is a readout, this is the ratio. Nobody is really high, right?
Yeah, it's far from 2.2.
You see Cleveland Clinic is low risk. So now today, I don't see anyone, right? So once in a while, our clinician, depends, don't have experience. They said, well, if this is 0.100, well, the people about to be positive, I say, you mean that's like a little bit pregnant? It's not going to happen. So if you are below the 0.284, you're never. It's just some people have a higher background. Like I go get a vaccine, my background may be higher. It doesn't mean I'm about to be positive. So for a while so when you see this one, okay.
1.26.
Yeah, see 1.26. This is called initial reactive. When they say over, the machine only reads 3. Anything beyond 3. So whenever they're over, they're true positive. It's another the machine. It's beyond the machine can read. It's 3.0. So you can see why this one is 4.49. The what's this? It's the ratio. It's the ratio of your patient divide your patient divide by the background. Okay. Remember the background is 0.284. So then this one, right way today, this I will not be surprised today. This is their Western blot. See, they repeat and duplicate. That means the second day already. And this person's initial. This person will be repeat and duplicate tomorrow. So this is the first round. Initial reactive. And next day, so these people were positive yesterday. Today get repeat and duplicate. So every patient should have 3 readout. So you can see this. So the lot of QA/QC. So if you look at this, QA/QC good. So today we do this. And then notice we never give out any result. Only result goes out negative. All the positive get detained. And then they will work out because the detained, because next day I have to repeat and duplicate. And then I have to wait either Monday, Thursday to do Western blot. We don't have that many Western blot. We even offer, we perform Western blot for Metro, for Suma, for Akron children. Even that, this is a low sort of prevalence area. Now my friend in Miami, she has to do Western blot every day. And in New York, Beth Israel is pretty good. New York, Bronx, they do every day because rightfully so, they are just high volume. They said 40%, 30%, the people show up in the emergency are true positive.